businessman, every minute this evening he's losing money. Of course, he's working for the country.
Put this on my eye and then after I move it to back. The time by our clock here, as you see it, it's 2 minutes after 7. So I would have spent nearly an hour in Pa's place. And I could not go away without putting to Pa a very timely question. And this is concerning that entity called Cameroon. Tomorrow, there is one former statesman, or at least senior civil servant, Marafa Hamidou Yahya, who appears in court for the second time. And what makes me want to come back to this question, because we have here a chartered accountant of no small quantity, who has done it all his own and seen and knows how to manage money. And in this matter of a poorly negotiated plain deal, there's a lot of money. Some say 31 billion, some say 40 billion. That circulates like it were all peanuts. And somebody like this cannot feel so bad, being somebody of accounting, so bad about how an elite of a country can know nothing else but so big a waste. Pa, am I transmitting your ideas?
To some extent, yes.
Yes. So coming back then to this Marafa, he's to appear in court tomorrow.
Yes.
For a second time.
Yes.
What do you have any feelings or reading about all of this thing? Starting even with your own Inoni, who is your homeboy.
Well, the point is that in Cameroon, what we have is a one-man
show.
That although we were to join sharing power, Southern Cameroon has been robbed of all authority, and it is now only the president in Cameroon who speaks. This is totally unfair.
One cock and one cock alone in the house.
This is unfair because we were never part of La République du Cameroon, and that is why we insist that being a separate country, we should sit and dialogue as to the terms under which we are joining. If he is going to appoint a Secretary General of the Presidency or Inoni to be Prime Minister, there is no consultation with Southern Cameroonians. He just does that as Herr Hitler after he had overrun France.
I know that's dictatorship. You are still going back to the one issue that burns your heart every day. We are now talking about Marafat and the albatross, using your insight as somebody who is seeing so much money going around, and everybody is like dirty around that money than Paul Biya.
Well, first of all, in any organized society, the management of public funds has to go through certain constitutional processes. That Parliament approves the budget, and there are controls as to how that money is disbursed. Now, in this case of this fated aircraft, I gather that the World Bank would never have approved public funds being used for that purpose. So they went to the fund which has all the revenues from oil,
like the black coffer.
Yes. To take the money from there so that it escapes the eye of the World Bank, and it was then to be regarded as a private affair. This is immoral. This is financial immorality.
So Paul Biya too should be in deep mess here.
Well, since he is the chief magistrate, my fear is that any of these people, Marafa or Inoni, may not have a fair trial because he controls the judiciary. He recruits and pays the judges and magistrates. And you will notice that in any court judgment, there is provision there that the judgments are made in his name. Yes, in the name of the president.
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
This
oh.
Go to
Oh,
any
no.
court, yes. Go to any court judgment in the court of first instance or in the high court and
For
so on.
once, I start to get the catch.
Yes, that all judgments here are issued as agents of the president.
Oh no.
So, if the president controls the prosecuting arm of the judiciary, as well as the judiciary itself recruits the magistrates, pays them, presides over a meeting to decide whether they should be promoted or not. If he says that they should catch you, it is the president's men who are catching you. And it is the president's men who will try you. I fear that in those circumstances, although I read a reply to a businessman in Kumba today from Agwatabi that, the courts are independent. They are not. Because the African Commission so found, and they said that if Cameroon wishes to set up an independent judiciary, they are prepared to come and assist. But nothing has changed. So in these matters where President Biya accuses somebody, the investigating magistrate is Paul Biya's appointee. The presiding judge is Paul Biya's appointee. I don't know on the face of it whether in those circumstances one could expect a fair trial.
Do you have any sympathy for the chief of Bakingli, Inoni Ephraim, Thomas?
Yes, he's my son-in-law. His first wife was my daughter. So we have children that they have produced binding us together. I cannot deny that. Although the marriage is no longer in existence, traditionally he's still my son-in-law.
So you should be in pain.
Yes, I should be upset at that. I will not, of course, as most people know, countenance any wrongdoing of a financial nature. I would be the last person to countenance that. But if somebody is guilty of a crime, he should not be presumed guilty by being locked up in prison before a decision is taken.
And I'm also a chief.
Yes, he's a traditional ruler of the Bakweris. So the support of Biya all along, that it is the big picture one should look at. Where is the big picture now? Where is the respect for traditional Bakweri chieftaincy? And I am waiting to hear what the brother chiefs will say.
I heard the SDF was asking action in the southwest for the chief.
Well, I haven't seen any yet. What are the chiefs? One of them has been arrested, a former prime minister of the republic, and put in prison. His trial is still on. Surely, for a man like that, he could have been put under house arrest, and security guarded the place to make sure he doesn't influence anything, rather than to send him in prison. Supposing in the end he wins his case, who will pay the damages for his inconvenience in prison?
Marafat, do you have anything to say? He's appearing in court tomorrow.
Yes, well, I await to see how the proceedings will get along. I hear he was moved from Kondengi
to the gendarmes are guarding him now.
Yes, to make sure that he doesn't write anything.
More letters.
Well, I am sure that he has a lot to tell us.
And are you proud of the way he's handling himself? Because with respect to Inoni, I am not, because he's like so quiet. Nobody ever know how to act on his case. But at least Marafat is teaching us things about this country. There are two different characters here.
Yes, of course. No two writings are the same. And
but even Inoni doesn't even write.
Well, I don't know why he doesn't write. If he's still in Kongeni, there are things which he should say to educate the population.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yes.
That's my point.
Paul Biya is answerable to the Cameroonian population.
Very good. That's my point, sir.
Therefore, if he's doing things which are obviously questionable,
People like him who
The
have
people.
also been in the high office should talk.
Yes, oh yes. Because if you don't talk, if I were not talking all along, I'm
Well-
telling you the relationship between Southern Cameroon and La République to be a Jomba arrangement, come we should done. That is where people get educated to know. I don't
Know their
expect-
rights.
I don't expect everyone to do the research I have done to come firmly to that conclusion.
Very cool.
Yes.
So that said, Pa, why are Cameroonians so afraid? Be not afraid, Jesus said. That we have this fright in our blood.
It is financial impotence. You know that everything is concentrated in the hands of government, and if you say anything contrary to government, then if they don't victimize you, they will victimize somebody
You know.
related to you.
Uh-huh.
So that instills fear. The communists did this during the Cold War, that everybody was somebody else's watch.
Uh-huh.
And this is what has happened in Cameroon, that
Uh-huh.
people are afraid for nothing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I
Well,
think
how and why and when shall we come out of such, Pa?
now it is the beginning. And I think that what is happening to Marafa and Inoni and other people like that show that the center can no longer hold.
Things fall apart.
Things are beginning to fall apart, because I can see the same trend when Ahijo had to give up power, that Biya is following on exactly the same route.
It seems your wishing is for.
Yes, yes.
It seems your wishing is for.
Now, it remains to be seen whether history is repeating itself in this exercise. But the revelations, at least so much of them that Marafa has already released, are so
Overwhelming.
yes, overwhelming.
And last time he came out, he was almost like the future president coming
Oh
out.
yes, oh yes.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I saw the pictures.
Did the pictures move you?
Of course. Yes.
Wow.
Allow the man the freedom to defend himself.
Very
I
good.
hear the lawyers have no access to him.
That's not fair then.
How then do you expect the man to be
Where's-
tried without getting lawyers of his
Where's
choice?
due process?
Yes. That
So-
is why I am forecasting that this regime is treading towards its own destruction. Because when you start treating your close collaborators, albeit in crime, in that manner, it means you are ringing your own
And
death knell. Yes.
because even Fonjinda Mindwala here is also now in a deep mess. People were expecting his release, but the jail terms have gone instead up.
I see.
You know about Fonjinda, right?
Yes, I saw somebody writing that he's now got a life sentence or something like that.
Can you imagine
Yes,
that?
you cannot have a fair trial. I don't know the details of what Fonjindam did or not, but I know he was one of the